Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, this is the National Football League. See Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And this carries into the end zone. And they elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will be 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
This is Joe Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
So remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow under pressure, and down he goes. Sacked back at the 43-yard line. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground? Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. Led to the sack.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. So Darius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. He's got it at the 15. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 46 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. On a slant complete to Green. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level, went to a junior college, went to Cal and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll tussle, and this is going to be caught. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers and able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. To the ground with Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 7. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack by Marcus Hunt. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. Now the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here again comes Joe Burrow in the offense for the Bengals. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way, step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out right at the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
Well, warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, instead, second down. Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs trying to escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Down. Bernard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First quarter. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow on the screen. Bernard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 13.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Burrow looking to pass. is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To the air again, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before it can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
57
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on them.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Fighting through. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. He juked him. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is Mixon. Oh, he bowls over him. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the
concentration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Bengals on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Fumble on the play.
He already had the 1 fumble, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 34.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I'm not sure how more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From midfield now, Burrow under pressure here, and down he goes. Shot back at about the 43-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the
escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll only get this to about the 44. They stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers, he comes up with a big stop. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 56, the mark, boys. 56.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got the hook. Lazard. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with
behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they've on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Packers 3.
So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller. Very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Joe Mixon who led the way in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29 area.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Down, Jones, and across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting out success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. A good pick up there, 22. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here, opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Field goal. Now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own
as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Bernard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Burrow. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Oh, it's a wobbler here. On the return is Irvin. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Jet sweep to start the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
This is Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Rodgers now from the gun. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is into their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And the Bengals.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow on the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. getting a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. A good pickup there at 22.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the run, it's Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he'll take this into the end. Bengal TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 20.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Jones. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. You know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The left side completion to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. A gain of 6 there first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. He'll be down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Try to jet sweep here with Lazard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
Oh, man, come on.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, there's been very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Crosby is good. And the Bengals are off to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Packers 17, Bengals 14.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will make it into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down 17-14, 2:15 remaining. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
2 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Well, Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He did best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here we go with Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they take the lead here in the final minute.
Cincinnati.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21.
So the focus shifts back to the Packers offense, trailing by 4. A little over 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. This to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Into the 37 here for first and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
He was covered by Trey Waynes.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rodgers to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Down 4 late, gotta go for it here on 4th down. Well, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And now 4 seconds left. We get a timeout call. With a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.